everyone, this is Kathleen with Windy Chaos, and I'm here to show off a brand new kit that is in the shop. It's called Outdoor Adventure, and it's just really kind of a fun kit. It's not so much a camping kit, and it's not necessarily a fall kit, although it would work for either of those activities, but it's more just about loving nature and being out in nature. So let's take a look at what we've got here. So the first page is just like an intro into the shop, but it does have some good information. You've got these little links here, but you've also got the font information and the palette. The palette you'll find on all the pages. And just know, when I put down these, I also use the shades and the tints. And so even though it doesn't always, you're like, well, not that exact green isn't on there. Well, it's a shade or a tint. These are my main base colors. And then first page here, we've got our deco numbers. And these are so cute. These are just on a little end of a log with little mushrooms at the base. And then we've got our dots, and I love these little sketchy font. When you look at that first grouping and you're like, oh, she used all those fonts, that's too many. A lot of those are just used in these numbers. And so this next page has, if you're looking for more numbers, more options, maybe more colors, you can see here where there's like a little bit of a preview. These are the ones that specifically match the kit. And then these are, this second button is for ones that are from all the kits. So what it does is it'll take you to Dropbox, and here in Dropbox you can then split your screen again. I'm in Zoom Notes today, but this works the same way in GoodNotes or in Noteful, and then I can just pull over whichever ones I want. So if I want them all, then I can do this. I can do, well, it's easiest just to drag and drop them from Dropbox. Because if you're in the files section, it's a little different. But in here, just dragging and dropping is the best way. But there you go. Lots and lots of idea, but this way you don't have 45 pages of just numbers, which just makes your sticker book file just huge, and there's only so many big files you want to keep on your iPad at all times. So this is just a really nice little integration so that you can use your storage wisely. And then like this one's got a bunch of different ones from different kits. Like this was the road trip dots. They're bright green. They might work for something else you're using. This one's just a really nice muted purple. So you've got lots of fonts and lots of colors to choose from to make it absolutely your own. Okay. So let's get out of there. You're going to find this in several pages, and then I just made like these little drag and drop zones. So you've got whatever it is you're using, you've got an easy reference to it. You don't have to just go back to the file. So let's go to the next page. These are the days of the week. In Deco, I did a little branch. And then we've got the little ducky theme for the Jeep elements of this kit. And then we've got the buttons, which I really like. And it's got a cute font with it, kind of foresty. There you go. And then when you go to this page, again, you've got a little bit of a preview of what the ones that were that matched it. So you've got these abbreviations in the twiggy one, in the forest one. You got your arches that are in the twig, and then you've got your circles that are in the so there we've got the two options for the abbreviations, the arches under and over are in the twig. We've got the buttons again, and then we've got the circles that are in the cute forest. So then I'm going to go back to Zoom Notes. And then we've got the time bits, and if you're looking for a different color, you can go here to find that. And then we've got the months, where we've got the branches and the ducks. And then these are 2 other fonts that I used for the months, that you can go there or look at all the others fonts options that are here. So now we're into the clip art. Oh my goodness, so cute. So I started off with all the animals here. So we got a beaver and a little bear cub, a fox, a bird, an eagle, an owl, squirrel, mouse, hedgehog, and a little wolf. And then I stuck the little branch that I had used on those other elements so that you can have the birds resting on it if you want, or even the little animals. And then we've got a couple of backpacks, binoculars, a blueberry bush, and a blueberry cluster, a blanket, and this beautiful cabin up in the mountains. And then on this page, we've got the chairs and a campfire. We've got this pretty camera with a background, but this camera is also by itself. So if that background doesn't work for you, you can use it solo. I always like to take a shape and put one of the sayings on, 2 of them. I wanted a pop of red in this kit, and so I made one of these with the weekend forecast, 100% chance of adventure. But you also get that same saying right here that you can use anywhere. Take the scenic route. We've got this cute canteen, and we've got the compass. Eat, sleep, Jeep, repeat. It's a Jeep thing. If you know, you know. Life is better off-road. Wander often, wander always. Weekend forecast, 100% chance of adventure. Hike more, worry less. Nature, cheaper than therapy. Take the scenic route. And this cute little smiley, that's the Jeep grill. And then we've got this page here where we've got some glasses. We've got the enamel mug, a mess kit, a feather, a teapot sitting on a camp stove, a green bow, the hat. We've got 3 Jeeps. We've got a blue, we've got a tan, and we've got a red. We've got a lantern, hiking boots. We've got the little log stump end. We've got a stack of wood. We've got some mushrooms. We've got mushrooms on the logs, and we've got a little basket of mushrooms. We also have some pine cones and some rocks, and I love this little notebook. It's just kind of aged and, just kind of looks like almost like a little field notes. I think that just turned out really pretty. And then we've got a couple of rustic chairs. We've got a little traveler's notebook or artist book where somebody's sketching the beautiful scenes they've seen. We've got some strawberries. We've got a chair and table, some wildflowers, some mountaintops, a pretty lake view, a tree stump, and then we've got some other little trails going into the forest. We've got this cute tent. Oh, looks like I've got the background on this still. Gotta fix that. We've got, let's see if I can, there we go. We've got the, these trees, and they're gonna make really, really pretty spreads for you. Lots of ways to combine those. And then we've got our regular labels in 4 colors, and we've got the pattern labels here at the bottom, and then we have the shapes, and we have the deco shapes, which are the same shapes, but with a little bit of the clip art combined. Look how cute that mushroom and the mouse look. Oh my goodness, so darling. And then we've got what I call planner bits. We've got the little corner things. We've got little ribbon tags to go with the gift tags, and picture frames, a little number scale that you can use. These rate my day, mood, pain, productivity. And then I love these little pockets. I like to put the gift tags in them, as you'll see when I show you guys some mock-ups that I did. And we've got washi tape, which is kind of a preview of our patterns. But look how cute those are. Then we've got planner words, and I've just come up with like 4 or 5 little phrases that just kind of fit the theme. And then if you're looking for planner words that match these certain fonts that go with our theme here, this is our first one. Is this Twilight something is this one, but you get all of these words in both fonts. So, and they've got a little bit of drop shadow behind them, and they just look really nice. So, and then you get it in the second font too, which is a really cute one. I can't remember what it's called at the moment, but I really like it. And then there's loads more words here too, where this is just getting built out more and more as time goes on. So if you love a certain font and you use the same phrases over and over, like appointment and meeting and stuff like that, just grab those and make yourself a little notebook of them. They're just super handy to have. And they're super easy to scale, you know. All right, and then we've got the icons, and the icons, I go through and I recolor those to match the kit. But rather than take all the time it takes to bring them in and fill up pages and pages of icons, I know not everybody uses them, and they're, you know, it becomes super repetitive that you have 45 ballet slipper icons, you know. So anyway, it's one of those things that that you can use as much or as little as you like. I do have certain ones that I kind of use over and over again for like paying bills or running errands and that sort of thing. But I don't have a baby, so I'm not going to use the baby icons and stuff. So anyhow, that's my thought behind not loading up all, I think it's 82 icons in every single kit. Plus I'm doing these kits in 3 different formats. So it's 82 times 3 times all the days of the week times all the, you know, it just gets to be, it makes doing the sticker books more time consuming, so it slows me way down. So this is a faster way for both of us, I think. I hope. If you really hate it, just let me know. Just say, I'm no longer buying your kits because of this dumb format you have. So anyhow, these are the Dutch doors, which I am a big fan of, especially when you're playing with a ring planner. I think it's really fun. So I don't plan in a ring planner, but I love making the mock-ups in it. I just think it's beautiful, and but I like kind of the wide open spaces of the Create planners, so, or the Breezy planner. That's just my thing. All right, so now we've got the 4 patterns, and then I've cropped them into like a portrait and a landscape. And then we've got the same 4 patterns where I've stripped out the background and taken out all the colors so that you just have this opaque, just really subtle texture that you can use. And of course you can take that opacity down even more in your when you're planning your page, depending on which planner app you use or annotation app. I use Zoom Notes, so it's super easy to do, but I know Noteful is also, and I'm sure at some point GoodNotes is going to have to catch up with those two in some of their tools. And then these are planner layout blocks, which are really fun and make really fast pages. And then I've got some weekly layout shapes as well that you can pop in and just have really simple, fast. And then I like to do kind of a planner shape that's really kit specific. So I did the canteen, and then you've got this here as well, because this is just great for putting like Monday on it, and then just using the bulk of it for putting in your planning stuff. So there we go. So I've got a lot of tabs open today, and I'm sorry, I just didn't want to go through and close them all. Here we go. We've got the Shelley planner in rings, and I think this turned out so cute. And then we've got the landscape planner, and I did the Jeep thing here. And I love this little notebook, just putting all your plans right there. I just think that's so cute. And then this is what I was talking about with doing the little pocket. So one pocket is opaque and it's just of a color, but then one of them is got kind of that vellum effect, of being clear. And I think that is just way fun. And then portrait. And there you go. This one's got that pop of red in it, which is fun too. So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you like the kit. I hope you're liking the format where I'm putting the some things I'm leaving on Dropbox for you to pull down as you want. But I'm always open to feedback. If it really is a big turn off, I'd rather know now than later. So to me, there's definitely a time advantage to it, but I want to know if it's an advantage to you as a planner as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.